from actual CAT. So first of all, read this data. After that, we have this table as well. So पहले एक बार आप लोग पढ़ लीजिए. After that, we will be doing it together. So please start doing it. पढ़ लीजिए एक बार, फिर शुरू करते हैं इसको. That open mock was of good quality. Okay, thank you very much, Harshad. And I'll also pass this on to my team who made the set. All of you, please read it first. It is a very famous set of CAT. Actually, CAT got leaked in 1 year, that was 2003. And when CAT got leaked, they had the retest. In that retest, they came up with this set. तो जैसा CAT इनका लीक हुआ था, उसी पे उन लोगों ने एक क्वेश्चन बना दिया अच्छा सा. Hi, good evening, JJ Kavusik Kumar. Okay, I'm sure all of you have read it, so let's do it together now. पढ़ लेते हैं साथ. Recently, the answers of a test held nationwide were leaked to a group of unscrupulous people. The investigative agency has arrested the mastermind and 9 other people, that is A to I, in this matter. Interrogating them, the following facts have been obtained regarding their operation. Initially, the mastermind obtains the correct answer key. So, whatever questions were there, first of all, the mastermind will have the correct answer key for each of those questions. All the other create their answer key in the following manner. They obtain the answer key from 1 or 2 people who already possess the same. So either every person would be getting his answer key from 1 person, or he'll be getting his answer key from 2 people, of course from the people who are already having the answer key with them. These people are called his or her sources. ठीक है, तो जिससे भी वो आंसर की ले रहे हैं वो उसका सोर्स कहलाते हैं. These people are called his or her sources. If the person has 2 sources, then he or she compares the answer keys obtained from both sources, right? So if a person is, let us say, getting the answer key from A and B, so he will just compare their answers. So what answer is given by A to question number 1, what answer is given by B, similarly for question number 2, question number 3, question number 4, so on and so forth. If the key to a question from both the sources is identical, it is copied. अगर दोनों source ने same दिया है answer, it will be copied as it is. Otherwise it is left blank. ठीक है, अगर दोनों का आंसर मैच नहीं कर रहा, they would leave it blank. If the person has only one source, he she copies the source's answers into his or copy. अगर एक ही source है तो directly copy कर लेते हैं. Finally, each person compulsorily replaces one of the answers with the wrong answer in his or her answer key. So compulsorily replaces. तो हर आदमी अपने किसी एक सही आंसर को जानबूझ के गलत कर देता है with the wrong answer in his or her answer key. The paper contained 200 questions. So the investigative agency has ruled out the possibility of 2 or more of them introducing the wrong answer to the same question. So when a person introduces the wrong answer to a particular question, compulsorily जब वो एक क्वेश्चन का आंसर गलत करते हैं, अब ये पॉसिबिलिटी है कि मैंने किसी से कॉपी किया और जानबूझ के मैंने क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 को गलत कर दिया, तो ये भी तो हो सकता है कोई दूसरा आदमी भी क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 को गलत कर दे जानबूझ के. They are saying that they have ruled out the possibility of that because there are so many questions, so they are assuming कि ऐसा होने के chances बहुत कम है कि दोनों लोगों ने same question का आंसर गलत किया हो. The investigative agency has copy of the correct answer key and has tabulated the following data. This data represents the question numbers. So now we'll move on to this data and we'll start solving it. So Kawusek has a question, sir, how to deal with uncertainty in a set when there are multiple cases? So Kawusek, of course, that depends upon the set. If the number of cases is too large, we just look at it from the questions perspective. In every question, we see that whether that question can be solved by a particular set or particular case or not. If the number of cases is small, we make those cases initially and then we start solving questions according to that. For example, there are only 3 or 4 cases. So we try to make all 3 4 cases initially and then every question we start doing looking at those 3 4 cases. But if I see there are 10 15 cases being formed, of course, in that case, I would not be making the cases. I'll see according to the questions which cases would be formed and accordingly I answer. Though here, even that is important that when you are making cases, what does that mean? That how big are those cases? If every case is of a single line, probably making 10 cases is also not a problem. But if every case is of a big table, then probably even 3 cases are too much. So, I mean, that's very much data, specific. What kind of set is there? What kind of data is there? What kind of table you have made? Accordingly, we decide for that. Okay, now a table is given to you. So, we have to figure out that which person has which source. And after that, there are questions asked to us. We'll be answering those questions one by one. So there is some person who is called the mastermind. I'm calling that person as MM. And this mastermind has all the correct answers with him. And then the question says that every person compulsorily, right, marks one of their answers as wrong answer. So let's start doing it. How do we deal with this? First of all, let us look at this person A. He has no blank answer. He has no wrong answer apart from 46. So can I say this guy must have directly copied from the mastermind? This person must have directly copied from the mastermind because the mastermind had all correct answers. He also had all correct answers. Mastermind had no blank. He also had no blank. But this question number 46, which he has wrong, this 46 is telling us about the question number which A compulsorily introduced as the wrong answer. So after getting the complete answer key, he compulsorily marked 46th as the wrong answer, and therefore he is having just one wrong answer, no blank answers, nothing else is there. I hope you understood my point. Exactly in a similar way, I can say that for D as well. D has no wrong answer apart from 17, no blank answer. That means he directly must have copied from the mastermind and he compulsorily introduced the wrong answer to question number 17. And same is the story with G now. G must have copied directly from the mastermind. He had no blank answers, just one wrong answer, which is question number 25. That means he compulsorily introduced the wrong answer to question number 25. So these 3 people directly copied from the mastermind and then they introduced the wrong answer to question number 46, question number 17 and question number 25. Okay. Sir, CLAT 2 2023 factory has started in year set, for example, had very close cases. I totally messed up in the set. So Kawasik, I have already discussed that set on our channel itself. Just go back to CAT 2023 slot 2 LRDI solutions. You will find that video here. And there I have discussed that set. I'm sure that you will get the approach that how have we made that set and how have we solved it. And that's exactly what I was discussing a little while ago. So when you are cases in single lines, so there I made so many cases. There were 8 to 10 cases because every case was in a single line. So we made cases, right? Even 10 cases we made. But if the number of cases are like those in tables, we do not make all those cases. We do them according to the questions. Then let's move ahead. Now, if I look at the wrong answers, is there any person who has a wrong answer of 46 or 17 or 25? The first person you see is E, right? So we have already sorted about D. We have already sorted about G. Now, when I talk about E, E has 46 wrong. Where from that 46 wrong came? He must have copied from A. He has no blank answer. Why is having no blank answer? He must be having just one source, because if two sources are there, so whatever blank answers are of those two sources, he also must have marked them blank. whatever wrong answers they have introduced, they would mismatch and he would mark them blank. So E must have directly copied from A. A had no wrong answer. Sorry, A had no blank answer. He has no blank answer. Introduced a wrong answer to 46. So E also got it wrong because he directly copied from him. But there is one answer that E also had to introduce. He must have introduced wrong answer to question number 90. So E must have copied directly from A because A had 46 wrong, he got 46 wrong. A had no blank, he had no blank. But he had question number 90 as a wrong answer. Reason, he had to introduce the wrong answer to one of the questions. That one question came out to be E. 90, sorry. I hope you got it. Next. Then a similar case I see H as well. H also has got only 46 wrong, which A has got. H has got no blank, which A has wrong. But H has got 92 as well wrong. That means H also directly copied from A and he got 92 as the wrong answer for the question which he introduced. That every person has to introduce one wrong answer. That question number is 92 for person H. What next? Look at the other people now. What all wrong answers they have got. So till now we have got 46, 19, 92, 17, 25. Do we see all these numbers somewhere? Do we see all of these numbers? I see in case of B. Look at this B. B has got 96 as a wrong answer, which he must have introduced. He got 46 as blank, right? He got 90 as blank. He got 25 as blank. Why 46? Why is there confusion created in 46? It must have been through A or E or H. Why there is a confusion because of 90? It was introduced by E. Why there is a confusion because of 25? It was introduced by G. So can I say this guy must have directly copied from E and G and he introduced the wrong answer to question number 96? Once again, look at this. What must have happened? He copied from E and G. E had wrong answer from 46 question because he directly copied it from A who introduced wrong answer to 46. मान लीजिए 46 का correct answer A था but A marked it B. E also marked it B. Now E marked B for the wrong answer of 46 and G has the right answer for that question. So therefore they would mismatch. He put it blank. Similarly, E introduced wrong answer to 90. Again a mismatch. He marked it blank. Similarly, G introduced the wrong answer to 25. He again marked it blank. And 96 is the question number that he must have introduced to. So therefore, that is as wrong answer for him. What next? In case of C, I see 27 and 56, but in this table currently I neither see 27 nor 56 anywhere. So forget about that currently. In case of F, I have 14, 46, 92, 90. Yes, they all are there. Now look at F. F got 46 wrong, right? And he got 92 blank, which was introduced by H. He got 90 blank, which was introduced by E. But he got 46 wrong. It was not blank. Why did that happen? This guy must have directly copied from E and H. Now, because E and H, they both had copied from A and A got wrong answer for 46. So E also got it wrong for 46. H also got it wrong for 46. And finally, two wrongs got matched. So when F was copying from E and H, he saw, oh, 46 is matching for them. So he did not mark 46 as blank. He wrote 46 as the right answer, but it was actually wrong because A itself had introduced wrong to it. But 90 was wrong only for E. So it was marked blank by him. 92 was wrong only for H. So it was marked blank by him. But 14 is the question number which must have been introduced by F. So therefore, F must have got question number 14 as wrong. F introduced the wrong answer to question number 14. So that's how till now we have sorted about all the people except C and I. About C, I would still say we have not got 27 or 56 from anyone. So I'll talk about I now. Look at I. I got 27 wrong. Of course. Why? He must have straight away marked it wrong, right? Introduced it wrong. He got 17 wrong. Where from 17 came? D. He got 46 wrong. It came from A. We got 90 wrong. Where from it came? That is from E. So that means he must have copied from E and D. I must have copied from E and D. D got 17 wrong. It was mismatch. He marked it blank. E got 46 wrong because of A. He marked it blank. E got 90 wrong because he introduced it. He marked it blank. And 27 is the question that he must have introduced to. And now when I go to C, C must have directly copied from I because C has got exactly the same blank answers as I have got. C have got exactly the same wrong answer that I have got, but he got an extra wrong answer 56 because he must have introduced 56. So C must have directly copied from I. Now this is the complete chart that we are having now. Please have a look at this chart and tell me whether you are able to understand it or not. So we can say A directly copied from mastermind, introduced wrong answer to 46. D copied from mastermind, introduced 17th. G copied from mastermind, introduced 25th. Then A, E and H, they directly copied from A and E introduced 90, H introduced 92. Whereas I can say I directly copied from E and D and introduced to 27. B copied from G and E, introduced 96. C directly copied from I, introduced 56, and F copied from E and H and introduced wrong answer to question number 14. Once this is understood, I am sure you all can answer the questions well enough. So let's have a look at the questions now. I've already made this table on your screen now. Let us start talking about it. Okay. So do not be confused by this. I have just interchanged H and E over here. H is on this side, E is on this side. So from E and D, I has copied. From directly I, C has copied. And B has copied from E and C. G. Which one among the following must have two sources? Does A have two sources? No. Does B have two sources? Yes. Does C have two sources? No. Does D have two sources? No. So B is the person who must be having two sources. So my answer for question number 1 is option B. That is B. Then question number 2. How many people excluding the mastermind needed to make the answer keys before C could make his answer key? Before C, I must have made his answer key. For I to make the answer key, E and D must have made their answer keys. For E to make his answer key, A must have made his answer key. So apart from the mastermind, A, D, E and I, they must have made their answer keys for C to make their answer keys. So the correct answer for this question is option C, that is 4. That 4 people must have made their answer keys before C could make his. Next question. Both G and H were sources to whom? Both G and H, they were not sources to any one of them. My answer is none of the 9. They are not a source to any one of them. So answer is option D, none of the 9. And which of the following statements is true? C introduced the wrong answer to 27. No, he introduced to 56. E introduced the wrong answer to 46. E introduced to 46. No, he introduced to 90. F introduced the wrong answer to 1D. Probably there is some mistake here. H introduced the wrong answer to 46. H introduced to 46. This is also wrong. So probably it was not 1D. It was 14. So C option is the right answer, that F introduced the wrong answer to question number 14. And that was the right answer for the last question. Or no, I have one more question on this. एक और आ गया. Which of the following two groups of people had identical sources? A, D, G. Yes, they all have identical sources. That is the mastermind. E and H. Yes, E and H have the same source. That is A. So both of them have got the same sources. ADG have got the same sources. E and H have got the same sources. So my answer is option D for that. That is both 1 and 2. I hope it is clear. Sir, in such set quant based, how can we make sure that we have covered the possible cases? Kavusik, first of all, this is not a quant based set. There is no quant used anywhere. Just by using numbers, we can't say it is quant. We are not adding, subtracting the cases, right? Huh. How have we made sure that we have made all possible cases? Of course, just by using logic. There is no, straight way of doing that. You can't straight away say that, okay, this is now sure that there cannot be any other case apart from that. Logic is the only thing through which you can figure that out, and there is no direct formula for it. Rather, as I've told this about before as well, exam will always have these difficult, different kind of questions. So for different kind of questions, you cannot have different formulas that through that, okay, I can get to know whether this set is doable or not, whether all possible cases are made or not. No, There is no direct way of doing that. You just have to use your logic to answer these things. I'll move ahead now to question number 6. So rather second set. Here is the set. There is some information based upon this, and then we have some questions based upon that. So first of all, please read it. After that, we'll be doing it together. This is simple. I'm sure you must have read it. Four families decided to attend the marriage ceremony of one of their colleagues. One family has no kids, while the other have at least one kid each. Each family with kids has at least one kid attending the marriage. Given below is some information about the families and who reached when to attend the marriage. So there is some data given to us now. Please read this data, try to do it, and after that we will be doing it together. Sir, I asked this set in slot 2. Oh, that set. So once again, Kevusek, I mean, there was no direct way of calculating that whether we have made all possible cases or not. I mean, general way is that only first you try with 1, 2, 3, 4, and then see what can be formed. Then you try with 1, 2, 4, 5. Then you try with 1, 2, 4, 3. Then you try with 1, 3, 4, 5, 1, 3, 5, or 1, 3, 4, 3. So we just make all possible cases that how can we reach to that particular point by making the sum, by not adding or subtracting plus one, sorry, one or two in the numbers. So there are four families that he's talking about: the husband, wife, easy set though from actual cat. I'm sure you have already done, so let's start doing this set now. करना शुरू करते हैं. So I'm just making it here. Okay, who came first, who came second, who came third, and who came last, that is fourth. The name of the husband, the name of the wife, the number of kids. Okay, as I always say, start with the most specific information. The family with two kids came just before the family with no kids. So 2 came just before no kids. That means 2 and 0 are consecutive. What next? Shanti, who does not have any kids, reached just before Sri Devi's family. So Shanti, who does not have any kids, so this family is of Shanti. यही तो कह रहे हैं ना वो, right? They came just before Sri Devi's family. So Sri Devi's family came after them. So 2 and 0 are just consecutive. The family with 0 kids is Shanti's family, and Sri Devi's family is after that. Sunil and his wife reached the last with their only kid. So Sunil and his wife reached last. Sunil and his wife, we do not know who is that lady. They reached last with their only kid. Only kid, that means one kid. Sunil and their wife reached last with their only kid, that is one kid. What next? Anil is not the husband of Zoya. Currently, we can't use it. Anil and Raj are fathers. Currently, we can't use it. What next? Sri Devi and Anita's daughters go to the same school, right? Joya came before Shanti and met Anita when she reached the venue. Now, there is an important point. There is a family with two kids. After that came a family with zero kids, and that family is having Shanti as the wife. After that, Sri Devi came. Now, question says Zoya came before Shanti. So, Zoya came before Shanti and she met Anita when she reached venue. So, Anita came before Zoya. Now, Shanti came before Sri Devi. Zoya came before Shanti and Anita came before Zoya. So, can't I say this order is fixed now that the first lady to come is Anita, the second lady to come is Zoya, the third lady to come is Shanti, and the last lady to come is Sri Devi. There is no other possibility. And this tells us a lot. Sri Devi is the, lady with zero kids. Zoya is the lady with two kids. There is one more lady. We do not know how many kids are there. Currently, we can't talk about it. So Raman stays the farthest from the venue, and Raj said his son could not come because of his exam. So that means Raj is not this person. This person is not Raj. Also, Anil is not the husband of Zoya. So this person is not Anil. And Anil and Raj are fathers. If this person is not Anil, of course, Anil can be this person because Anil is a father. How can Anil be here? Anil cannot be here. Anil cannot be here. The only place for Anil is this. Raj cannot be here, so Raj must be here. And one person, Raman, who stays the farthest, he must be here. And this number must be minimum 1. This number must be minimum 1. So now we know that the first family to come is that of Anil, Anita with at least one kid. Second family is Raj, Zoya with two kids. Third family is Raman and Shanti with no kids. And fourth family is Sunil and Sri Devi with one kid. I hope it is understood to all, right? Easy set. Once this is made, our job is done. So I have written all this information here. Who among the following allied third? That is Raman or Shanti. Which one is given to us? Our answer is option A. That is Shanti. Next, name the correct pair of husband and wife. We have Anil and Anita, which is not in options. Raj and Zoya is not in the options. Raman and Shanti is not in the options. But Sunil and Sri Devi is here. That is option B. So Sunil and Sri Devi is the correct pair. Next, of the following pairs whose daughters go to the same school. Oh, it was given to us here that Sri Devi's and Anita's daughters go to the same school. Sri Devi and Anita. That's exactly what the question is asking, that whose daughters go to the same school? Sri Devi and Anita. But we are given the name of the husbands. Sri Devi's husband is Sunil. Anita's husband is Anil. So Sunil and Anil are the two people whose daughters go to the same school. And finally, whose family is known to have more than one kid for certain. And that family is of Raj and Zoya. So my answer is option B, that Raj's family is certain to have two kids. It was clearly written that the family with two kids came at this time. Something like that was written. Okay. So that was all about the first two sets. Now, Sir, CAT 2024, I am Calcutta. Will they change format? No one can say that about that Kavo set. Possibly they, they might. Possibly they might not. So, of course, nothing can be said. Other kind of questions. That's all from my side, guys. Thank you very much. I'm sure this session was useful for you. We'll meet now in some other session. Till then, bye-bye, and please take care of yourself.